Hello and welcome back. In today's video we are going to learn how to dockerize a simple PHP website. So by simple I mean that this is just a static PHP website that has no connection to a database. It might be a rare scenario to have a PHP website that needs to be dockerized without access to a DB, but it's for running purposes. In case you need to do that, this is the right video for you, and we are going to see how to dockerize this in our first video, and in the second part of this video we are going to dockerize a PHP website and connect it to a database using Docker Compose. Alright, so in this case we are going to make it pretty simple for us. So I have my Visual Studio Code Editor open here with a simple app. This is basically the index.php containing some code here, right? And I'm currently running it on my local server. So this is the command that you should use on your end, but for this port you can just have the port of your choice here. So long as that port is open and available for use, then you should be able to access it on your browser. So back to my browser here, just need to have that and press enter, and here we go. We have our web application showing here. So this is what we want to dockerize, and it's pretty simple. All we need to do in our Visual Studio Code or in whichever code editor that you're using, just create a new file in the root directory of your project. So I'll just click on new file here and type in Dockerfile. So it should be the actual name starting with a capital D and every other thing lowercase without an extension. Once you do that, just press enter. Alright, and before I forget, for you to dockerize an application, you at least need to have Docker installed on your system. So we have already covered this in our previous video. Please be sure to check it out. In my case, we are just going to confirm that Docker is actually installed on my system by just having this command, and we see that I have Docker version 27.3.1. So just ensure to install Docker first before proceeding with the next steps. And just to mention, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube yet, please be sure to click on the subscription button to be part of us. Alright, so in our Docker file we need to write some few lines, and one of them is to define the base image. Remember, every other Docker file starts with a base image. So for the base image we are going to use the official PHP image with the tag of choice or with the version of choice. So in my case I'm going to work with, I'll mention from, then I'll make use of the PHP official image, and in this case I'll make use of tag 7.4 Apache, right? But in here you are free to try any of these images. Let me just do that, then click on this section so that we can view the tags, and you will realize that PHP has so many tags, right? So just going through the tags, because what usually happens is that depending with the PHP version that you have, it will have its own tags. For instance, seeing we have this PHP 8.31, it has its own tags. So basically now that I'm working on PHP 7.4, we might need to navigate through a number of pages. So you can make a try using the other tags and see how that works. Alright, so I'll make use of this particular tag, that is I just set my base image. Let me just do that comment here, base image, So the next stage after mentioning the base image is to mention the working directory. Right, so we do that by mentioning work dir, and then we give the path. So basically we are going to make use of the var ww and html. All right, so once we mention that, the next thing is to copy our files to this directory. Right, so we are going to use the copy command, and we are going to copy from the current directory. Current directory means the root directory, to the working directory. So in here the first dot refers to the root directory of our project here, right? The second one refers to the working directory. The other option, instead of using this dot, you can replace with what we have here, right? But instead of doing that, just have the two dots. All right, the next thing is exposing the default port to the world. Expose, then mention the port. So we are going to mention port 80. All right, so with just these 4 lines, we are going to be able to Dockerize our application. All right, so let us see how to do it. Once we are happy with the lines of code for our Dockerfile, the next thing should be now build an image with this. Right, so all I need to have is mention docker build. Right, then I tag my image and I'll name it simple PHP web. Right, then I mention the location of my Dockerfile. So basically Dockerfile is located in the current directory, and that we do by just mentioning a dot. Remember, this is the location where this Dockerfile is, so we just need that dot there. Once we do that, just press on enter and give it time. All right, so within some few seconds I'm able to it was able to finish. In your case, it might take a bit of time. Even the first time you're probably working with this image and building such a project. All right, so let me just check. Let me first of all clear my screen, then check for Docker images. Right, we have looking for my particular image. This is the image that we have created at the moment. That is 34 seconds ago. All right, so we need to know how to access the web application that is in this image. All right, so the way to run an image so that you're able to access it on the browser, all you need to have is Docker. We are going to run, then we are going to expose this port from the internal part of the container to the outside world, and we are going to do that on, say, port 80, and mapping it on this port 80 that we have here. All right, then the next thing that we mention is the name of the image. So for now that should be sufficient. Let me just press enter, and I get an error. Currently port 80 is in use, so I'm being required to use a different port. So let me just use port 801. Let me try. Right, we see that. Then let me just come to my browser here, then try accessing it on port 801. So you can either use this IP, the IP for the localhost, or the word localhost. It should give the same thing. So let me press enter, and we see that we have been able to get this. All right, so let me just stop this, reload here, and we see that it's not reachable. All right, so if I want to ensure that my container keeps on running, I need to add a detach mode here, or detach flag here. Can have run -d. Then this should be able to run this container in the background without me seeing these logs auto-populating here. Remember, with these logs being shown here, if I was to close this code editor or terminal, then it will be like shutting down that server. But if we have this, then we can as well close this terminal and keep our web application up and running. Just load. All right, and there we go. If you intend to push this image to your Docker Hub account, ensure to follow the naming convention of the image that you create. So this is how we should do it. So remember, for you to be able to push an image to your Docker Hub account, you need to attach your username. So in this case, since we created it using just any name without following any convention, all we need to do is to do docker tag, and we are going to tag that image. That is the name that we gave to our image. Then the next section is where we give it the right name. So what do I mean by the right name? So it should start with your Docker Hub username. All right, so start with your Docker Hub username / then have that. All right, so if we have Docker images, if we do that, then we should get your image here. All right, it's the same image that we have, just that it now bears a different name. Right, then once you do that, just ensure to have to log in there by just having this command, and if you are already logged in, it should return search. If not, ensure to give your username and password. Then the next thing is just to talk of Docker push, then mention your image name. So that should be Docker push, have that, and just give it time. So in the meantime, I can just quickly come here, log in. Let me just log in here so that we can view that. Right, so within some few seconds or within a minute, let me reload here, and we see that we have pushed this. All right, and from here you can share this image link with your friends so that they can be able to check it from their end. So let me just click on this, retest, just copy this name. All right, this is what you share with anyone, then they can be able to put it on their machine or deploy it on their server. All right, so in case you require a free hosting for your Docker image, I have attached a video to that below. Check it out and deploy your image on Render for free. All right, that's it. We have been able to Dockerize a simple PHP website. See you in the next video where we Dockerize a PHP website that has a database as well. Thank you and goodbye.